These are big swim baits, known for being expensive, ultra realistic, having crazy actions, and getting big bites. I'm only gonna be throwing swim baits. Welcome to fall on the Chattahoochee River, one of my favorite places to fish and my favorite time of the year to target after some big largemouth and spotted bass. But today with a twist, I'm only gonna be throwing swim baits. Fall is one of the best times to pull out some big fishing lures and target after those big feeding fish. So that is exactly what I have done today. Big swim baits are known for their crazy action, their drawing power, and their ability to get big bites. But they are also known for their expensive price tag. For example, these two lures right here in my hands are around $350, which is a lot of money to catch a little green fish. So today's goal is to throw swim baits all day long in hopes of finding a true fall giant. As I've grown as a fisherman, swim baits have always intrigued me. Their unique designs, crazy colors, and insane actions have always drawn me to wanting to throw them. But swim bait fishing brings a lot of challenges, such as patience. It may take you all day long to get a bite, and it can be frustrating, it can be discouraging, but once you get that big bite, everything is worth it. So today, I'm gonna be challenging myself to become a better fisherman, become better with the technique, and see if I can't just find myself a big fish. Well, here we are. We have 4 setups today that we're gonna be throwing around, all with a bunch of different shapes, sizes of swim baits, and maybe one of them will get us that bite. Well, I think we're gonna start off with our big old shad glide bait. I mean, look at this thing. It's beautiful. Looks very, very realistic. This thing is custom made, which makes it so expensive. But I mean, it looks very good, swims very good. And if I was a fish, I would eat it. I am very excited to throw these things around all day, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a bit nervous, just because, you know, we may not get a lot of bites. It may take us time, but when we find that bite, it's hopefully gonna be a good one. And this bait is very expensive. It could be gone like that. So high risk, high reward. Let's see what happens. All right, here we go, first cast. We got early fall morning. I think what we do here is work this thing pretty slow, but I'm telling you guys, it may take us a pretty long time today because sometimes the river's on, sometimes it's off, and I'm not sure what it's gonna be today. I feel like if we were to do good though, today would be the day. With fishing these big baits, it takes a lot of effort. You have to move this lure perfectly. You cannot make a mistake. It has to swim like a realistic fish. And sometimes a fish might not even bite. So I'm currently sitting here just trying to figure out how I want to fish this bait, because it does a lot of different things, which is very cool, but it also can be very overwhelming. Look at that, all that flashing right there is bait, which is a very good sign. That's where we want to be at. I think there's fish following it. I got a follower. Looks like a pretty big fish too. Got 2 followers. Still behind it. Just won't commit. It's the only problem with throwing swim baits. You get a follow, they don't commit. It's very frustrating. Got one behind it. Seems like I'm getting follows, which is a good sign. I gotta figure out how to get them to come eat it. That's the thing. Follows are easy. Catching them is hard. Cast after cast. This is basically a mental battle. Am I in the right spot? Am I working it the right way? Am I fishing it fast enough, slow enough? Are they even gonna eat a swim bait today? All right, I wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update because today's gonna be a long day, I have a feeling. But we have had some follows. I've seen them on live scope. Haven't been anything crazy. I mean, it just looks like some smaller fish literally getting like right behind it and just following it. So we got to turn those into bites. So I'm gonna keep ripping the old shad around and we'll see what we can do. I wish I could just get a bite or a follow just to see like what they like. Like, do they like it fast or like it slow? That's in a tree. That's not good. Not going real great right now. Currently stuck in a tree. Got it. Starting to get a little discouraged. We're fishing good spots. The lure looks great. We're just not having any fish commit to it, and it's kind of frustrating, I'm not gonna lie. But this is a part of swim bait fishing. It's a mental battle. We just have to continue to fish, and we're hopefully gonna find that right area. Well, my confidence is shot. It is no longer here, and I think we're gonna have to do something a little different. So, throwing big baits can be a challenge, and I knew this was gonna happen. So, I brought in some backup. We have some smaller swim baits with us today. We have two of them. We have a little multi-jointed and a little soft line through, and these are gonna be my backup. Whenever I'm feeling down and out, because I haven't caught a fish, I can pick one of these up, catch a fish, then I can pick up the big bait and gain some confidence. That's at least my thought process. But these two baits, they're both swim baits. They get bites, and I feel like these are probably more common sizes of shad that swim around the river. Our big swim baits is gonna be tough, but let me just get some confidence and catch a fish. Once we get one on the board, I'll feel a lot better. And we're gonna find one today though. I have a good feeling. I'm gonna stay out here as long as it takes, and we're gonna catch some fish. All right, I think to gain some confidence, we're gonna toss around our little joint bait right here, which is basically a little micro swim bait, but I mean, that's a pretty decent size shad lure. So let's just see if we can get a fish, and then we can pick up the big bait again and see if maybe I can gain some confidence in throwing that thing. And we'll just hopefully find that one true giant we're looking for, but I need a fish on the board. Oh, there's one behind it. It's a bluegill. Okay, yeah, cool. First bite of the day, bluegill. Let's go. All right, we just got to get on the board here. So I think we're going to toss around the guppy, which is basically a little line through swim bait, and this thing should get the job done. So let's catch a fish, and then we'll worry about the bigger baits. All the way up to the boat. Oh, I got a bite. Gosh. It was a bite. Mark it down in the bite book. First bite of the day. Felt tiny though. Oh my gosh, just follow after follow after follow. Something, eat it already. God, I'm tired of watching it. It's driving me crazy. I'm like 5 more casts from going mentally insane. Get it. Got him. There he is. That's a good one. That's a good fish. Yep. Yep, that's a good one. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. That's a good fish. Wow, he thumped it. He thumped it. Stay down. Stay down. Stay down. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. That is a good one, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come here, buddy. Come here. Get up here. Yes. That's why you throw swim baits right there, baby. The guppy getting it done. Now this right here is what we have been waiting for all morning. A big bite. Now on the river, there's a bunch of small spotted bass. But when you run into a largemouth of this size, it is a pretty good catch. I mean, look at this guy. He is gorgeous. I mean, the colors on this fish are popping. He is extremely healthy. And he was feeding up on our guppy. He was very hungry, and it swam by. He opened his mouth, sucked it in. We set the hook, and he put up a great fight. This is a good start. We're finally figuring out what they're doing and how aggressive they are to swim baits, which is a good sign because we're going to pick up the big one here in a little bit. But this fish right here is a good start. He is the perfect confidence builder, and we're about to go ahead and get him back. Well, what a good feeling. A nice fish in the boat. Took long enough, but hey, the old guppy right here got it done. A 2.91. Went ahead and weighed him just to see how many fish we can catch today and how big we can get of a bag, because whenever you throw swim baits, there's a good chance you catch some big fish because they love these baits. They look very realistic. They hit them extremely hard. And I honestly think that watching them hit baits like this, whether it's a glide bait or a soft bait, just seeing them react to it is just completely different than anything else because they think it is so real because it looks real, and they fully put their all into eating these things, and you get some aggressive bites and some big bites, and we are currently on the right track. So I think we're going to toss the guppy around a little bit longer, and then we're going to grab a big bait and see what we can do. Yeah, I saw me a big old mark on live scope, and I saw my little guppy swim by, and I felt a thump. I thought he just tapped it, but he had it in his mouth. He just completely turned on it and engulfed it, and boom, set the hook and smoked him. Well, that right there is what I'm talking about. It wasn't the big bait, but it still is a swim bait, and it got the job done. Put the first fish in the boat, gives me some more confidence, and now I'm excited because after I throw this a little bit longer, I'm picking up that big bait. It is giving me the confidence to throw it. Well, after catching that first swimbait fish, I have gained a little bit of confidence, and I'm going to throw the big shad bait. I mean, it's just so beautiful. It swims so nice. There's got to be a big fish around that wants a big meal, and we're about to give it to him. Got one after it. Come on. Oh, he backed up. He's on it. That was a good follow. Ah, that's frustrating. Thought he was totally gonna come and eat it. He was like really just like following it. I mean, when I went past him, he turned on it instantly, so I thought he was gonna eat it. He got pretty close. So the sun is finally showing itself. It's coming out, which hopefully is gonna heat up the bite. It was overcast all morning, but I feel like with the sun, it could help us out a little bit, draw those fish up shallow, and maybe even make our little shad bait shine a little bit to draw in a bite. So we're gonna hope this is a good thing, but it's starting to warm up, which hopefully means the bite is gonna heat up. Well, like I said, after catching one, I think I'm gonna prioritize the big bait, and if it gets slow again, we might have to pull out the small one just to land us a fish. But I really want a big bite today. Big swim bait fishing is a patience game. I mean, it may take hundreds of casts to find that right fish that wants to eat this thing. We're gonna hope that we're getting upon that number, because I have made some casts today. Lots of them in really good areas. I've done a lot. I deserve a big bite today. Let me just tell you. The fact that this swim bait has not been bitten yet is criminal. I mean, it looks beautiful swimming through the water. I'm just waiting for that cast. When is my moment gonna be that something hits this thing? There's so many fish that just followed it up. I just will not commit on this thing. That's why I just need a big one, man. Just a reaction bite. One just to hammer it. Oh, what a day. This is actually ridiculous. This is not fun. Who does this for fun? This is horrible. Oh my God. I've never wanted to throw a Texas rig more in my life than right now. Even a wacky worm, something. Oh, it's giving me a headache just thinking about it. Well, this is now or never time. The current is flying. And the trolling motor is pretty much dead, so we are not really in the greatest position to do this, but I might as well give it a shot. I'm just gonna sit out here and just crank it because I can't move. The trolling motor's done. This kind of sucks, I'm not gonna lie. It's pumping too. I think the gates are wide open, which is not my favorite time to fish, so. Well, that sucks. Trolling motor is toast. Well, that pretty much sums up our day of swim bait fishing. Wasn't the prettiest. I really wanted to dedicate the day for those big ones. That's the majority of what I threw. And I probably could have caught more fish if I would have picked up the small ones. But like I said, I really wanted one on the big one. And it's not that I didn't put in the work. I put in the work. I literally casted so many times, so many good spots, had so many follows, and just nothing would commit to it. So it was rough, but you know, that's swim bait fishing. But if you guys want to see me come out and do this again, let me know down below in the comments. Also drop me some tips down there, and I'll come out and try it again. It was tough mentally and physically, but maybe one day it'll pay off. But if you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like and a comment. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.